Hey there guys, it's Kat here, and today I've got a video that is centered around a request that I got from someone who watched my first video named James. So James sent me this message, and I thought those are some pretty good questions, so I will do a video about them. Here's a video to answer your questions, James. So the first question that James asked was, if I were a guy for 24 hours, what would I do? And I think that if I were a guy, I'd get up and I'd be able to sleep in a little bit later because I wouldn't have to get ready as much, because I love doing makeup and stuff, and I love doing stuff with my hair and picking out cute outfits, but if I was a boy, that sort of stuff would make me be labeled as feminine, so I probably wouldn't do it at all in the first place. I'd just roll out of bed and pick up the first pair of clean-looking clothes I could find and leave. I know, because I have a brother and that's what he does when he's home from college. I'd probably eat something for breakfast, I guess. I don't know, right now I have a protein shake for breakfast every morning. I don't know what boys do for breakfast. I don't really talk to my brother very much. Then I'd go to school. I'd probably be expected to do a lot more sports. Right now I'm on the swim team, which swims in the fall. I know that boy swimmers get mocked a lot. Girl swimmers do not, because hey, girls standing around in swimsuits. So after school I'd probably end up going to some sports practice. I might be on the baseball team. I used to play softball, but I sucked. Maybe I'd be better if I was a boy. After whatever practice thing that I had after school, I'd probably come home and eat as much as I wanted to, because I play sports and therefore I could eat more. Right now, I don't really do sports, so I can't eat whatever I want if I want to stay healthy, which I do. And then I'd do my homework and go to sleep. So I'd like to think that it wouldn't be too different in what I'd actually do, but it probably would be a very different experience. The next question is, what would I do if I were a boy, specifically just because I was a boy? And what would I avoid doing? I would avoid putting on makeup, because it's not socially acceptable for boys to do that for school. I might avoid showering. My brother does that a lot. I don't know if that's a boy thing, or if my brother's just disgusting. Possibly both. I'd love to sit at a table full of boys when a girl walks by and see if they actually all start talking about her or not. Because sometimes I walk by boys and they start talking and I don't know if they're talking about me, if they're mocking me, or being rude or something, and I just honestly don't know what goes on at boys' tables when girls aren't there. Because boys tend to act differently when girls are around, for the most part. The next thing he asked was for me to describe the male equivalent of me. I don't think he'd look like my brother, since my brother and I do not look related and are often confused at family events as boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, most awkward family reunions ever. It's happened twice. Twice. That's too many times to be confused as your brother's girlfriend, okay? Like I said, I'd probably do sports, so he'd probably be muscular. I'm not muscular, I am weak. I don't do sports. Except for swimming, but I kind of slack off. Other than that, he'd probably just look more masculine-faced. Same eyes. I don't know. I'd look like a boy. Wouldn't have boobs, probably. This is just sounding better and better. So for the final set of questions, the first question is, what are the pros and cons of being male? I think that the pros are that you have a lot more power in society, and it's easier for you to get things done without being called bossy or bitchy. You're called full of potential, and you're told that you have leadership quality, but if a girl were to do the same thing, nope. However, on the other side of that, with cons, is that you have to act like you're masculine all the time, because if you act feminine at all, then you might be called names by other boys and considered less masculine and girly, which among guys is kind of an insult. The next question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being female? I think the advantages are that you're underestimated a lot of the time, so that you can come and surprise people. I also love makeup. If I have a bad face day, if I have a bunch of pimples, I just put a bunch of makeup on, cover it up. Guys, it'd be weird for them to do that. It would be socially unacceptable for them to do that in today's society. As Perry Edwards once said in an interview, I feel bad for boys, they can't wear makeup. If they're ugly, they're stuck with it. That was paraphrased a little bit. But that's the gist of what she said. So the disadvantages to being a woman are obvious from things that I said in this video, like if you try to take a leadership role, you'll be called bossy instead of a leader, and less is expected of you, which, though it can be an advantage, when you prove someone wrong it feels great. If you're told over and over and over and over again that you can't do something, even if it's completely untrue and you are 100% capable of it, chances are that you will think that you can't do it anymore. It's just how our brains work. If you tell it the same thing over and over again, it's going to believe it as the truth, even if it's far from it. Do I think that one sex is better off than the other? Why or why not? I do think that one sex is better off than the other. Obviously we live in a patriarchal society in America and most other industrialized nations, and men are revered above women for whatever reason. We have unequal pay, unequal representation in politics. We don't even have control over our own bodies. And that's ridiculous. Yes, men have an advantage. They have complete control over most things in their lives. And while women do have control over a lot more things than they did, say, 100 years ago when we couldn't even vote, it still isn't at the same level as men are at, which is irritating and stupid, and I don't understand why it's a thing. So, like, thank you for watching my video today. It's, like, so cool that you did that. Like, oh my god. Thank you so much. Ah! That was my Valley Girl impression. I apologize. If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd subscribe to my channel, like and comment video ideas. Thanks for watching. Bye!